Hey guys, I'm Khalil. Today we're going to make some homemade tofu. It's cheaper than buying store-bought. It's not processed. You get a lot more for your money, and it's just kind of fun. So this is how you make it. Just an overview. So you buy high-quality soybeans. I buy these on Amazon. It's a non-GMO soybean. You're going to need a coagulant. I buy mine from Gym Cultures. Either of these two will work. It's a terra alba or a natural nigari. You're going to need a cloth, such as a cheesecloth. I prefer to use a muslin cloth. The cheesecloth has too many holes for me to get seepy, so this is finer. Gets more of the protein out. Some measuring cups, spoons, measuring spoons. This is a tofu mold. You don't necessarily need one. You just make your own mold. This is cheap though. I bought it. I like it. You need some heavy-duty gloves because we're working at hot soy milk. You're going to need one high-quality blender. You need 2 pots of water. This pot here has 7.5 cups of water. This pot here has 8 cups of water. I'm going to bring both to a boil. Basically all you do is you take 2.5 cups of the soybeans here. You put them into the bowl. Put it into a big mixing bowl, and then you cover it with water. You let them soak for 8 to 10 hours. These actually soaked overnight. These have soaked for about 15 hours. They're pretty forgiving, so it's fine. So after they soaked, I drained them. I rinsed them with water, and here they are. You can see the sort of the size difference here after it's soaked. Really quite small, and they expanded probably 3 times your size. What we're going to do after the soybeans have soaked for at least 8 to 10 hours, take a cup of the soybeans. If we're using a high quality blender like a Vitamix or a Ninja, we're going to do more. That's like 2.5 cups. I'm going to take some of this boiling water. Here. And I'll put it in the blender. About equal ratios. Do 2.5 cups of soybeans. You're going to want to do at least 2.5 cups of water. Alright, so start it out slow. Take this milkshake and we're going to add it to a pot of hot water, and then we repeat the process. So you take another 1, 2. She goes. So we'll finish that. We'll make sure we use all the soybeans. We'll use all that water. It's precise amounts for the recipe. And that's it. Right now everything is blended and you have the mix of the soybeans and water. Next we're going to strain it. This step here is we ground everything up and now we're going to separate it. So I'm going to take this cloth here, the muslin cloth. I'm going to soak it wet. I'm going to place it inside this colander inside this bowl, and I'm going to squeeze it. This is the super hot mixture of the water and the soybeans. See here. So here you'll see me taking the mixture. Like I said, it's very hot. You can see the steam coming off. I'm going to place it into the muslin cloth over the colander. Alright, so you can see me squeezing the muslin cloth. What you're seeing here come out is pure soy milk. And so this is almost a step where you could, if you want to make your own soy milk, this is it. So we'll squeeze it all out. You can see the protein is in the sediments or stuff inside the muslin bag, and it's hard to squeeze. It's extremely hot. Even with these heavy duty gloves, it's very, very hot. Once I finish squeezing this, I'll show you what's left in the bag. Some people use this okara for cooking. You put it in the muffins. You can eat it, it's full of protein. And then at the bottom you can see soy milk. For me, I just discard it. Alright guys, so what we have here is raw soy milk. So the last step with the raw soy milk is you need to pasteurize it, which basically means we're just going to bring it up to a simmer. We'll let it simmer for a few seconds. That's it, you have soy milk. Alright, so here we have the raw soy milk. We slowly want to bring it up to temperature. You do have to be careful because it will start to burn on the bottom and scorch. It's kind of like cooking real milk. How it'll scorch on the bottom. So slowly bring it up to about 180 degrees, which is the steam. You can start to see the steam. Once you see the steam, you want to try to hold that temperature. You don't want to bring it to a full boil or it will boil over. You want to hold it for about 7 minutes. This is just pasteurizing the raw soy milk. And once it's pasteurized, you would take the milk and you would cool it down rapidly, maybe in an ice bath. You could use this soy milk just to drink, or you could use it for cheese, or you could use it for ice cream. This would also be a good point if you want to infuse any flavors. Last batch I made, I added cinnamon, which kind of added a nice subtle flavor. You could add herbs. You could add whatever you want. Alright, so the soy milk is now done. It's been cooking for 7 minutes. This is now soy milk. Now to make the tofu, we're just going to add the coagulant. So this was a teaspoon of the coagulant with about a cup of water. So we're going to add about 25% of the coagulant. Just going to give it a little stir. Then we're going to cover it. Keep it covered for about 3 minutes. Wait for the coagulant to coagulate the soy milk. I'm going to take the same muslin cloth that I used for squeezing out the pulp, and I'm going to place it into my tofu press. Again, you don't need a tofu press. You can use anything. You can use a colander. This just gives you the nice little block shape of tofu that we're used to. And that's it. So once this coagulates, we're just going to pour the mixture into here. I'm going to place a weight over it for about 10 minutes. We're going to have tofu. It's been about 3 minutes. I'm just going to stir the soy milk. As you can see, it is curdling. You can see here, there's curds. That's going to be tofu. You can tell it's not ready yet because this will totally separate. It'll be curd and then it'll be a white whey, so it'll almost look just like a white water. And so here it still looks very milky, so it's not ready yet. So I'm going to take the remaining solution, make sure we get it all here, pour it all in. So give it just a little mix. Cover it again. I'm gonna wait another 3 minutes. So we'll take a peek. You can see here it's still curled. I'm not seeing the separation as much as I'd like to. It still looks pretty milky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another half teaspoon of the coagulant and some water. And I'm gonna add it and I'm gonna restart the process. Give it another 3 minutes. Let's give this just a little stir. That should start to work. Okay, 3 more minutes and we'll see where she's at. Right now, so I have my tofu press set up. I have a colander here in the sink, just so when I pour the mixture into the mold, that's not directly against the sink. Also, it's like a sanitary issue. I did clean the sink, but it's just another way to protect the tofu press from sitting directly into the water mixtures I poured in. You'll see in a minute. Now you can start to see how this started to curdle. You can really see how it started to separate. You can see the curd and how it almost looks like water separated. So that's exactly what we're looking for. See, it actually looks pretty gross, but there it goes. You just saw right in front of your eyes what just flashed over. This is exactly what we're looking for. So now we have curd in the way. Also, it's a delicacy. Sometimes people just like to eat the curd. They'll just get a bowl of hot curd, pour a little soy sauce over the top, and just eat it like this. It's sort of a delicacy. Now we pour it into the mold. See the mixture here, the tofu? I'm just gonna pour it straight into the mold. Very slowly. You can see the waves going down the sink. The cloth captures the tofu, the curd. So just go slow. All right, so I have folded the cloth over the top, put the lid on the mold, and now I'm gonna weight it. Use any weight you have. I have these weights for my my bread scale. Usually at least want to do at least 5 pounds. We'll let it press out for 10 or 15 minutes and we'll have tofu. Prepared a water bath. Once the tofu's been pressed, we're just gonna place the tofu into the water bath. 1, it's gonna bring the temperature down. And 2, it's going to help set the mold. It'll firm up and it'll be a nice big block of tofu. So the tofu's been being pressed for about 10 minutes. You can see here, it's a nice mold. You see tofu on the inside. I'm just going to lift it out and place it into the cold water bath. We'll let it sit there for about 5 minutes. In about 5 minutes, the tofu is done. I pull it here, it's very firm. And that's it. Tofu.